Hi, I'm Van Phillips, European Tour winner and PGA coach, and this video is video 2 in the best ever golf practice strategy video series. Now, if you haven't watched video 1, I urge you to do that, okay? This video is not going to make much sense if you haven't watched video 1 all the way through to the end, okay? Same goes for this video. If you don't watch it to the end, you're going to be missing vital secrets. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so you've watched video 1 now, which is vital. So you've set up a effective practice environment now. You've got those golf balls at least 3 to 5 yards away from you. You're going to need to walk over and get a ball each time, which is critical because it's going to mimic what actually happens on a golf course. So we're now planning, we're acting, and we're reviewing. We're doing the 3 vital skills, but we're still not practicing as optimally as we could. Now, if you're hitting more than 10 shots in a row, or in actual fact more than 1 shot in a row with the same club to the same target from the same lie with the same shot intention, okay, we're not really taking our planning and reviewing skills to the level that they need to be at to actually have a chance to retain some learning for the golf course. Now, I stress the word retain there because what I'd like you guys to understand is that when you go to the range, you're in what's called the acquisition phase of learning. In other words, this is not the real environment. We're merely rehearsing our skills for the real environment. And therefore, this acquisition phase isn't really that important in terms of results. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, I mean, what we all like to do is we like to go to the range and we like to think we're building confidence. We like to stand there and hit the ball great, obviously, because then we feel great and we think we're going to play great. But as we all know, that rarely happens. We rarely transfer that great range play to the course. So mindset is critical here. And what I'd like you guys to take on board and start to change is I'd like you to start to embrace the mindset that actually your practice sessions can be what you would consider to be awful. Okay, in other words, you might feel like the shot results are very random, you're not happy with them. But if you continue to go through these 3 phases, the planning, the acting and the reviewing, unbeknown to you, you're actually learning things that are going to help you to play better on the golf course. So maybe 2 or 3 days later or a week later, you might actually find when you go on the course that you surprise yourself. So short-term results, getting results when you practice are not that important. It's been scientifically proven. Okay, so we don't retain information as well if we don't go through those 3 stages, and we also shouldn't consider what happens on the range to be indicative of what's going to happen on the golf course. So get that in your mind straight away. So how do we take the practice up to a new level? Well, we must pick a new target on every shot. We must change club on every shot. So what that's forcing our mind to do is it's forcing our mind to make a new plan. So we're challenging the mind. And when we challenge the mind to make a new plan, guess what? It gets better at it. Okay, now when we do that, it's difficult. So when we try a new target with a new club, it's difficult, like it is on the course. Golf is difficult, okay? So our mind is challenged and it gets better at doing that skill. Okay, so we might not see short-term results because it's difficult and you're changing club and every shot looks different, it feels different, we're making a new plan. Your consistency in that session might not be great. But what you're going to find over time is when you play, and obviously this is over time, so we need to be determined, we need to be consistent, and we need to be persistent and do this over a period of time, and you're going to get better on the course. And that's where we all want to get better, right? What's the good of practicing brilliantly, going on the course in the monthly medal with the scorecard in your hand? It all goes horribly wrong. Nobody wants that. We want to play good on the golf course. So I'm just going to go through now 3 shots. I'm going to give you an example. This is my 6 iron. I'm going to make a plan with my 6 iron. I'm going to pick a target. Then I'm going to go to my bag, change club, pick a new target, make a new plan. And I'm going to do that 3 times just to give you a little example of how you should be practicing. And just so you know, this is called interleaved or random practice, and it's the ultimate form of practice if we're going to transfer skills to the golf course. Okay, this is my 6-iron. I'm going to go at the monument, this huge monument we can see in the background there, and I'm going to try and aim about 10 yards left, and my intention is to try and fade the ball from left to right back onto the monument. So I've made a plan. I'm now going to try and execute that plan. Okay, not bad. It started to fade. There's quite a strong wind off the right, so it didn't quite come back as much as I wanted to. So I've reviewed that shot. I did feel that I held the club face open through impact to get that fade, so I've got some nice feedback there. I did see the ball fading, so I know that my feeling was equal to what actually happened. The feel and the real, I know, were close because the ball did have the right shape. Now I'm going to change club, okay? I've reviewed that shot. My body and mind have had the chance to learn something. I'm going to put the club away. I'm going to change club. I'm going to driver now. Okay, this time I'm going way right of the monument. I've picked a target on the right hand side of the range. There's a yellow flag over there. I'm also going to give myself a little bit of a visualization of a fairway. So I'm going to give myself a maximum 30 yards, and I've actually picked a tree on the left and another point on the horizon of a tree on the right. So I've got a rough vision in my mind of a fairway, and my intention this time is to aim up the right of that fairway and try and draw it back to the middle. So I've made a nice plan. I'm now going to try and act out that plan. Okay, not bad. Didn't really get that club face rotating as much as I would have liked to. The ball went a little bit straight down the right half of the fairway. So again, I've reviewed the shot. I've compared the ball flight to my own feeling. I'm starting to make some assumptions now about what might have happened through impact, and I'm logging that away. I've learned something. I'm going to put the driver away now, and I'm going to go to a wedge. So I've gone really 3 very random clubs, a 6-iron, driver. I'm now going to a wedge. Guess what? That's what happens on a golf course. Okay, I've changed my target. There's a blue flag, okay? It's much further to the right than my driver target was, so I've got to really reassess my alignment now. I'm going to try and play a 3/4 shot. I don't need a full shot. I'm going to try and feel my swing stopping about 3/4 here, and I want to try and really control that club face through impact. I don't want to feel any rotation. I'm going to try and feel a nice square club face. I've made a nice plan. Okay, not great execution there. I actually felt I just opened that face a little bit. Ball went a little bit to right of target. So again, my feeling and the feedback from the ball have added up. Okay, so I'm quite right in my sensation of the face being open. I've used the ball flight to confirm that. Again, I've reviewed the shot. So 3 completely different shots, just what happens on a golf course. I've given my mind the chance to learn something, to retain some learning, and the shots were random. Okay, I was quite happy with the first one. Second one, okay again, but not quite as good as I would have liked. same with the third one. Now, if I was just looking for results there and I had the wrong mindset and I was only looking for successful results here, I could possibly lose confidence. But because I understand the nature of learning, I'm actually confident now. I have the belief that I could retain some of that learning sensation, some of my ability to review and assess what's going on, and I now take that belief that it's probably going to help me when I go and play. Hope you enjoyed this video. We can take the practice to another level. Please tune in to video 3, watch right to the end. There's some vital secrets at the end of video 3. I know you're going to enjoy it. As always, I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying these videos. Check out my website www.vanphillips.co.uk. Check out Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.